How do I feel? I feel totally betrayed. I mean, you never think, or I never thought a guy like me would ever be involved in anything like this. 8 officers, ICE agents, swarmed Jasmine, detained her, didn't tell us why, and rustled her off into a car. No explanation was given. I was just in total disbelief. Nothing like this has ever happened to me. You know, I have several businesses, I'm law-abiding, and I pay a lot of tax.
What would you say to somebody watching at home who may think, well, John, he's criticizing the president or the administration on this issue of immigration because of political reasons?
Oh, I'm definitely not. I voted for Trump. They are picking up law-abiding citizens. They're destroying families, jobs.
You underscored, John, that you voted for the president in the most recent election, I assume.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that again. Not after this fiasco. This is like the Gestapo. I would never have thought the United States would act this way. Go after the criminals. We're all for that. But leave the mom and pops and the kids alone. Love, Jasmine. That's it.
Is a good one. You know I love FAFO moments when it comes to Republicans, and this one is a good one. A 75-year-old Texas Republican who voted for Donald Trump says he feels betrayed after his fiance was arrested by ICE. John Gannon says that he and his fiance were at Houston Airport, and then she was surrounded by ICE agents and taken into custody. He now says that he would not vote for Donald Trump again, and what's happening with ICE is like the Gestapo. DHS says she overstayed her visa. Meanwhile, she, her husband, and their new expensive lawyer said that she applied for asylum before the visa expired. She has no criminal record, and she has authorization to work in the United States. So you voted for mass deportation, but you wanted it to happen to someone else's family and not yours. Cruelty isn't a box you check that says, please exclude me and my loved ones. You ordered what was on the menu, and now you're surprised when it was delivered. FAFO.
This is exactly why I keep saying some people don't care until it happens to them. What happens when the policies you support finally affect you? It's easy to say deport them when you're talking about strangers.
Go pick the criminals up, you know? Leave the family members alone.
He says he voted to deport criminals, and then ICE detained his fiancée here at Bush Airport.
Couldn't believe it was happening.
J1 here with KPRC. John Gannon tells me he and his fiancée, Yasmin Suarez Reyes, were headed to Las Vegas on July 24th when 8 ICE officers swarmed his fiancée at the airport. Suarez Reyes is a citizen of both Venezuela and Spain. Her court petition says she entered the U.S. in October 2023 through the visa waiver program, and it was authorized until January 2024. She filed for asylum 2 days before that window closed. That application is still pending.
So why would ICE have arrested her?
I honestly have no idea. To the extent that they're claiming it might be because she overstayed her visa permission back in 2023, well, the law gives her every right to do that.
She tells me her client also had a valid work permit and a Texas driver's license. She was also preparing to file a green card application through her marriage with Gannon. She also filed a U visa application because her attorney says she's a victim of a crime.
There are people on the right who will say, well, she didn't have a legal right to be in this country. What would you say to that?
I would say I'm a lifelong registered Republican and a board certified immigration lawyer, and that's incorrect.
Kennedy says what we're seeing now is unprecedented. A DHS official told NBC News that ICE is now making 20 to 40 arrests per day at the airports. That's compared to less than 10 in May of last year. I asked ICE about arrests at airports. A spokesperson told me, quote, "For years, the media sat silently while the prior administration allowed illegal aliens, and they called the enforcement activities routine."
What do you have to say to those people who say you voted for this?
I didn't vote for that. I mean, I voted for, get the criminals out.
Suarez Reyes is being held at the Montgomery Processing Center. Her attorney is now asking a federal judge to release her.
This man you guys just watched his video earlier on, his fiancée was detained. In fact, she was arrested and detained by name Jasmine on their way to the airport. She was arrested and detained and rough-handled, according to the man, and pushed into their car. Then he's not finding it funny because he's a strong supporter and voter of Donald Trump. So having experienced this, he's crying, and he least expected this to happen to him. As a voter, as a supporter, he's not really happy. He also made mention of him, the fiancé. Yes, his visa has expired, but she applied for asylum before this whole incident happened. Well, some people are not even pitying him because they were like, you voted for Trump to deport the immigrants. Until it hits home, that's when you will know that this man is not really trying for USA at all. Keep watching, guys. I will be back with my commentaries.
Destroying families, jobs.
John Gannon is a 75-year-old businessman and lifelong Republican who supported President Trump in 2024.
I wouldn't do that again. Not after this fiasco.
His fiancée, 45-year-old Venezuelan immigrant Yasmin Suarez Reyes, was detained by ICE at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston in late July.
8 ICE agents swarmed Jasmine and detained her, didn't tell us why, and rustled her off into a car.
This is exactly why I keep saying some people don't care until it happens to them. What happens when the policies you support finally affect you? It's easy to say deport them when you're talking about strangers. It's a lot harder when you realize the system can affect someone that you love. If you only care about families being separated when it's your family, maybe you should have cared when it was happening to everyone else's. Because immigration policy isn't just politics. These are people's lives.
All these MAGA voters, all those people that voted for Trump, they did not really understand the effects of what they have done. They did not really understand the height of what they have done. To them, they actually voted for someone they like, and you've not seen them come out online to cry or to scream or to complain. Reason being that all the things Trump is doing have not really hit them personally. All those things Trump is doing has not really affected them personally. It's until it affects them personally or until it gets to this point, that's when you will see them come out online screaming. You will see them come out online complaining and lamenting. You understand? But at this point, this man, John, he hasn't come out online to complain of anything all this while, but because this actually affected him directly, affected his fiancée, like you saw how he cried on camera, you saw how he's lamenting, you saw how he's questioning why would this kind of thing happen. That he voted for Trump for him to deport the criminals, to chase the criminals. That he didn't vote him for him to come and start chasing for pops and moms or kids or teens or the civilized. I believe you guys watched where he said that he is a businessman. He has a lot of businesses that he runs, and he pays the taxes. He pays the taxes of all those businesses. Like he is a law-abiding citizen. That you won't find him faulting anywhere. You won't find him defaulting in any angle. You won't find him causing problems or havoc to the U.S. government. Why would U.S. government do this to him? But the question still remains, you are still the one that voted Trump into that seat. So what do you expect? You are actually getting the result of what you planted. What you planted, you are harvesting it. Special credit to all the original owners of the video used in the creation of this video. It is solely for educational purposes and also for analysis. Yeah. And also, if you have watched up to this point, thank you so much for watching. This is me appreciating you. This is me thanking you. Keep subscribing, keep watching. You can also share out this video for more wider audience, for people to watch and also to know what is actually going on, what is actually happening, because some people don't really know what is going on right now. But by sharing it out, you also help in disseminating the information across the whole wide world. Okay? Have a lovely day, have a lovely night, have a lovely evening, have a lovely morning, depending on the time, location that you watch this video. And see you all in our next video. Till then, bye.